Dear Heavenly Father, my Abba, my Creator, my Healer, I come before you today, not with the strength of my own will, but with a profound, undeniable need that presses upon my very soul. You know the landscape of my body, the intricate design you so wonderfully crafted, and you also know the current trials it faces. I am here, in this sacred space of prayer, feeling the weight of this diagnosis, this ongoing battle, this journey through medical treatment that often feels like navigating a tempestuous sea with no clear horizon. The days have become a rhythm of appointments, medications, scans, and the quiet, sometimes overwhelming, hum of uncertainty. It's in these moments, Father, when the physical discomfort is a constant companion and the emotional toll feels insurmountable, that I am drawn to your throne of grace, knowing it is the only place where true solace and enduring hope can be found. I'm not just asking for a reprieve from the pain, though that would be a welcome balm. I am seeking your divine presence to permeate every cell, every fiber of my being, to remind me that even in this vulnerability, I am held securely in your everlasting arms. This illness, this treatment, has stripped away so much of what I once took for granted. The simple act of waking up without a cloud of fatigue, the freedom to move without the whisper of pain, the energy to engage fully in the life I cherish. These have become precious memories that I hold dear, yet also sources of a deep longing. My body, which I once perhaps neglected or simply saw as a vessel for my spirit, now demands my utmost attention, my constant care, and my unwavering trust in your ability to restore and renew. It's a humbling experience, Father, to be so acutely aware of my own limitations, to feel the fragility of this earthly form. Yet, in this very fragility, I discover a profound dependence on you, a reliance that transcends my own understanding. You are the author of life, the source of all healing, and it is to you, and you alone, that I turn when the medical professionals have done all they can, and when my own strength falters. There are days, Lord, when the sheer exhaustion threatens to consume me, when the fear of what lies ahead feels like a suffocating blanket. The questions echo in the quiet hours. Why me? How much longer? Will I ever be the same? These are the whispers of doubt that try to steal the peace you offer, the anxieties that seek to overshadow the truth of your unfailing love. It is in these moments that I must consciously choose to anchor my soul to your promises, to recall the countless times you have proven yourself faithful, even when circumstances seemed impossible. I remember the stories of those who have walked through valleys of suffering and emerged not unscathed, perhaps, but transformed, their faith deepened, their spirits refined like gold in the fire. I pray that my own journey, however arduous, will be a testament to your power and your grace, a story that ultimately glorifies your name. This treatment, while necessary, also brings its own set of challenges. The side effects, the uncertainty of its efficacy, the constant monitoring. It all adds layers to an already complex situation. I confess, Father, that there are times I feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of it all, the emotional and physical toll it takes. My spirit yearns for comfort, for reassurance, for a tangible sense of your nearness. I am not asking for a magic wand, Lord, but for the strength to endure, the wisdom to navigate each day, and the peace that surpasses all understanding. I am asking that you would infuse me with your divine resilience, that you would be my constant companion through every procedure, every consultation, every moment of doubt or despair. I want to face this with courage, with faith, and with an unwavering belief in your ultimate victory, not just for myself, but for all those who are walking similar paths, facing their own battles with courage and vulnerability. My heart aches for the loved ones who bear this burden alongside me, their worry etched on their faces, their prayers rising with mine. They too need your strength, your comfort, and your peace. May they see in my unwavering hope a reflection of your faithfulness, and may they find solace in knowing that we are never truly alone. I pray for clarity for the medical teams, for wisdom in their diagnoses and treatments, and for compassion in their care. Ultimately, Father, I surrender this situation, my body, my future, into your loving hands. I trust that you have a plan, a purpose, even in this suffering, and I commit to walking this path with you, step by step, breath by breath, holding on to the unshakable assurance that you are with me, always. Lord, as this treatment unfolds, I feel a profound need to understand the purpose you weave into these challenging days. It's not just about enduring the physical discomfort. It's about cultivating a spirit of active engagement with your will, even when my body feels like it's betraying me. Help me to see beyond the immediate pain and perceive the deeper spiritual growth you are fostering. Grant me the discernment to recognize the lessons you are imparting through this experience. I want to transform this season from a passive ordeal into an active pursuit of your kingdom, finding ways to serve you and others even from a place of vulnerability. Perhaps it's through sharing my testimony, offering a word of encouragement to someone else facing similar struggles, or simply by demonstrating unwavering faith in the face of adversity. Show me the specific avenues through which I can be a conduit for your love and healing, even as I myself am in the process of receiving it. Furthermore, I acknowledge the mental and emotional fortitude required to navigate this journey. The constant barrage of medical information, the potential for setbacks, and the sheer persistence needed to adhere to treatment plans can wear down even the strongest spirit. I pray for a renewed mind, one that is not easily discouraged but is firmly rooted in your truth. Help me to replace anxious thoughts with meditations on your promises, to counter fear with the assurance of your presence, and to transform moments of doubt into opportunities to exercise faith. I'm asking for an inner fortitude that allows me to face each day with a clear head and a hopeful heart, remembering that my identity is not defined by my illness, but by my relationship with you. Let my mind be a garden where only seeds of hope, peace, and gratitude are allowed to flourish. Consider how this applies when you are faced with a particularly difficult prognosis or a treatment that seems to have minimal effect. In those moments, Father, it is so easy to fall into despair, to question your goodness, and to feel abandoned. Yet, it is precisely in these dark hours that your light shines brightest. I pray that I will have the strength to lift my eyes to you, to remember that your perspective is eternal, and that you see beyond the limitations of this earthly existence. Help me to find joy not in the absence of suffering, but in your constant presence within it. Teach me to celebrate the small victories, a moment of pain relief, a kind word from a nurse, a restful night's sleep, as significant affirmations of your grace. Let these moments be like beacons, guiding me through the darkness and reminding me of your enduring faithfulness. Building on this, I recognize that my healing is not solely a physical restoration, but also a spiritual and emotional renewal. This journey offers an unparalleled opportunity to deepen my trust in you, to learn the true meaning of surrender, and to experience the transformative power of your love in ways I never could have imagined. I pray that this process will refine my character, making me more patient, more compassionate, and more resilient. May I emerge from this experience not only physically restored, but spiritually stronger, with a faith that has been tested and proven true. I ask that you would use this trial to strip away any pride or self-reliance, leaving me utterly dependent on your strength and wisdom. Let this season be a crucible, melting away impurities and forging a spirit that is unshakable in its devotion to you. Another crucial layer is the importance of community and support. While my personal relationship with you is paramount, you have also placed people in my life to walk alongside me. I pray for the grace to accept help when it is offered, to be vulnerable with those you have entrusted to my care, and to find strength in shared prayer and fellowship. May the love and support I receive from my family, friends, and fellow believers be a tangible expression of your own boundless love. Grant me the ability to offer encouragement and hope to others, even from my own place of need, demonstrating that your strength is made perfect in weakness. Let the bonds of community be a source of comfort and resilience, a reminder that I am part of a larger body of believers who are lifting me up in prayer and in spirit. Reflecting on this journey so far, a profound convergence of understanding begins to emerge, not as a simple recounting of challenges, but as a testament to a deeper unfolding. The intricate tapestry of our shared experience, woven from threads of vulnerability and resilience, now reveals a pattern of inherent strength, a foundational truth that underpins every moment of struggle and every whisper of hope. It's as if the very act of navigating these complex currents has clarified the essential nature of our reliance, not on fleeting circumstances, but on an enduring source that sustains us through every ebb and flow. This continuous engagement with the divine, this conscious turning towards an ever-present grace, has illuminated the landscape of our being in transformative ways, revealing pathways of purpose and connection that transcend the immediate trials. As we pivot towards the final reflection, consider how the very essence of endurance, when steeped in unwavering trust, cultivates a unique kind of wisdom. This isn't the wisdom of accumulated knowledge, but rather an intuitive understanding born from profound surrender and a deep-seated belief in a benevolent design. It's akin to a seed that, buried deep within the earth and seemingly lost to the darkness, draws sustenance from unseen reserves, pushing forth with an inherent vitality that promises eventual bloom. The cumulative effect of these deeply felt needs and the persistent reaching for divine assurance has begun to forge a more robust inner architecture, one that is less susceptible to the winds of adversity and more attuned to the quiet strength that resides within. The recognition of our own limitations, far from being a point of defeat, has become the very gateway to an immeasurable power, a power that flows from an inexhaustible reservoir. In light of these insights, the path forward becomes clearer, not necessarily easier, but imbued with a profound sense of direction and purpose. The interwoven threads of our shared human experience, particularly in moments of profound personal challenge, point towards a singular, unifying truth. This truth is not one of passive acceptance, but of active participation in a divine narrative, a story where even the most arduous passages serve a greater, ultimately redemptive, end. The clarity gained from this persistent turning towards the light, even when surrounded by shadows, allows for a more authentic and courageous engagement with the unfolding journey, fostering a sense of anticipation for the ultimate unfolding of your divine plan. This journey, Father, has been a profound unveiling, not just of the body's vulnerabilities, but of the spirit's immeasurable capacity to hold on to hope, even when the physical vessel feels fragile. The treatments, the uncertainties, the moments when surrender felt like the only viable option, these have not been mere obstacles, but rather the very crucible in which a deeper, more resilient faith has been forged. It is in this space of profound dependence, where my own strength falters and the path ahead is veiled in mist, that I have truly come to know the unwavering constancy of your presence. This isn't a passive waiting, but an active leaning, a conscious choice to trust the unseen hand that guides, even when the terrain is treacherous. The wisdom gleaned is not from books or lectures, but from the quiet, persistent whisper of your spirit within, a knowing that transcends logic and anchors the soul. The true measure of this experience, Lord, lies not in the absence of struggle, but in the transformative power that emerges from it. The lessons learned are etched not in fleeting memories, but in the very fabric of my being, shaping my perspective and deepening my understanding of your boundless grace. What began as a plea for healing has evolved into a profound appreciation for the intricate design of life itself, a recognition that even in periods of intense trial, there is an inherent purpose, a divine narrative unfolding. My reliance has shifted from the ephemeral to the eternal, from the transient to the truly enduring. This transformation is not a destination reached, but a continuous unfolding, a perpetual journey of discovery in your perfect love. The endurance cultivated through these trials is a testament to a strength that originates not from within myself, but from the very source of all life. It is a strength that allows for the embrace of vulnerability, recognizing it not as a weakness, but as the fertile ground where divine power is most fully revealed. The wisdom acquired is a quiet knowing, a deep-seated conviction that even in the face of overwhelming odds, your plan is perfect and your love is unfailing. This perspective allows for a profound peace, a stillness that settles over the heart, even amidst the storms of life. It is the peace that comes from aligning one's will with yours, from trusting that every step, however difficult, is leading towards a greater good. Therefore, the true practice begins now, not as a cessation of the journey, but as a living out of the truths revealed. It is in the quiet moments, the everyday interactions, the face of adversity, that the profound lessons of this season are to be embodied. It is a call to carry the light of your presence forward, to be a beacon of hope for others who may be navigating their own valleys of shadow. The enduring insight is this, that true strength is found not in the absence of weakness, but in the courageous embrace of it, allowing your power to become manifest. The practice is to live each day with this understanding, to trust the process, and to find joy in the unfolding of your perfect will, knowing that in you, all things are made new.